form of an equation. Oh, good. I was wondering if I had my little standard form here. Standard? Standard form. Standard oil was standard oil used to be what is, yes. Exxon used to be standard. It changed, I think, about in the 70s. So, the Standard was a big company back when I was a kid. Exxon's still a big company. But anyway, standard form of an equation is this. And what you know, this is for a quadratic.
I remember this.
And the H is an inside liar. The K is the vertical. And the A would be, in a sense, whether it's going to be a vertical stretch or a shrink. All right? Do you have a question? Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, that's the standard form. And what's nice about this HK is the vertex. That's the vertex. So if you have it in this form, you can graph it very quickly by just putting a dot at the vertex. And the A will tell you if it's positive, you know it's going to go what? Up. If it's negative, you know it's going to go down. All right? So that's something that's very good and very helpful. So this quadratic function is given like this, provided A is not equal to 0. That's a legal disclaimer, because if A is 0, all you would have is a K. It wouldn't even be a quadratic. Does that make sense? Got to have that lawyer stuff in there. So here's the standard point. This is what I just said. The vertex is the point what? HK. But notice, the negative H is the positive H. It's the inside liar. Remember, in parentheses, or horizontal liars, and what I just said earlier, if A is greater than 0, it's going to go up. And if it's less than 0, it's going to go down. That was just the writing of it. So, how do we identify the vertex of a quadratic function? Here we go. We're going to have to complete the square. Oh, yeah, I heard that nice little bit there. Or, that's the graph right there. Kind of helps to graph it sometimes. Sometimes you can find it little cheating ways with your calculator. But basically, to complete the square. Everybody, this part here, please pay real close attention, because this is the part where everybody likes to mess up or makes mistakes. And I got hopefully some nice little hints to help with it. First off, what I do is this. Excuse me. Remember, I only look at that part right there for a second. And what I'm going to do is this. What's the number in front of that is a what?
2.
2. So I'm going to divide just those terms by 2. I'm going to come right out here, and I'm pulling that 2 out of it. I factored a 2 just out of these 2. Everybody see that? Just the front 2. Because I need this to be an x squared. I need that to be an x squared in order for this to work. So therefore, whatever's in front of x squared, I'm factoring out of just the first 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 4, and I'm going to, that's the b term there, and I'm going to divide it by 2. No matter what this number is, I divide it by 2. Now 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then I'm going to square it for my new term. No matter what I get there, I'm going to square it. Now, here's where the tricky part comes in. I've got to add that 4 back in here. And it says here, rewrite it with a space. So we've got to add and minus something. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put plus 4, and I'm going to put minus 4. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do that, but I do this like this for a reason. Because, yes, that plus 4 and minus 4 right here add up to what? 0, where it cancels out, right?
Yeah.
But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick this negative 4 out of there. I got to kick that negative thing out of there. Kick it out, okay?
Kick it out.
Okay? But it's not just 4, it's really what? 2 what? Times 4. So I'm going to move that last term out. So I'm really minusing not 4, but 2 times 4. And I have that plus 7. And that's important because now here's what we get to do. I'm ready to kind of get to my final answer. Because guess what this here is going to make? I'm going to make, well, what number did I get right there?
2.
It's going to be x plus 2. Whatever number I got when I divided this by 2 and squared it, that's the number that's going to go right there, because that's the number I used to make it a perfect what? Square. I used that to make it a perfect square. I have this 2 out here, And now I have this negative 2 times 4, which is what? Negative 8 plus 7. And negative 8 plus 7 is, and maybe if I move it, oh, yes. So, here is, in standard form, right? Standard form, little standard oil sign form. So I tried to make an oval. Okay? So, where is the vertex?
Is that negative 2, negative 1?
Yes, inside layer. Negative 2, negative 1. It's at negative 2, negative 1. Now go ahead and